Setelah badut-badut Israel mencoba memutarbalikkan fakta terhadap apa yang terjadi di Palestine, dan inilah respon dukungan untuk saudara Palestine dari seluruh dunia.
We stand with Israel.
We stand with Israel.
We stand with Israel. The United Kingdom stands with Israel
And as I did so.
자신들이 저지르고 있는 것이 학살 범죄이고 이것을 옹호하는 일에 지나지
2012년에는 형이, 2014년에는 아버지가, 며칠 전 공습에서는 어머니란 한 가족의 죽음입니다. 이스라엘은 애초에 수천 년 동안
People are dying in Palestine. They are suffering in Palestine.
팔레스타인 시민들은 시리아 모단에서 있는 시리아 분들은
Palestine!
믿어.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
These politicians speaking in the name of their country and saying we stand with Israel. Who is we? How can you say we stand with Israel when you are there to represent the millions of people of your country? You have no right to abuse the power you have as a politician when you are only employees of the people. So how can you say we stand with Israel when the people of your country stand with Palestine? How can you make the opinion of the country all about yourself and your interests? You have to remember that the people don't work for you, you work for the people. You are obliged to represent the people, and you are obliged to be the reflection of the people. Don't forget that you speak for the people of your country.
これがイスラムの問題じゃない。アラブの問題じゃない。これがただ人道的な問題だ。支えなかったら、お前の人間性を確かめないとな。
We know too well that our freedom is incomplete without the freedom of the Palestinians. Last week, a refugee camp was bombed in Palestine. A refugee camp set up for families pushed out of their homes. A place for those with nowhere else to go, bombed by airstrikes.
We are boycotting for Palestina. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. We are boycotting for Palestina. Don't buy your dates from Israel. We are divesting from Palestina. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. We are divesting from Palestina. Still flailing down to Israel. We call for sanctions, sanctions on Israel. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. We call for sanctions, sanctions on Israel. To hand them down, now, 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 now. Viva, viva!
Palestina!
Viva, viva!
Palestina!
Viva, viva!
Palestina!
Wow, my gosh! Look! Just look! Look!
Hey, we weren't even in the room.
Oh my God!
BBC.
Palestine! 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 Palestine!
It has been 75 years of waiting for freedom, 75 years of Israeli terror, 75 years of inaction from the international community. We have had enough. today, Palestinians could live stream the Nakba in real time, and the international community would have intervened to prevent it. That my grandparents would not be refugees, they would still be living in their home in Palestine. How silly we were, because it's never been about a lack of evidence. It's about the very refusal to see us Palestinians as human beings. The last week has been horrific. Every second, the news has been worse than the second before. The loss is unimaginable. The desensitization to our suffering has been terrifying. There has never been a more important time to speak up. Every single expression of solidarity with Palestine matters a lot right now. So thank you for showing us that we are not alone, for showing us that no matter how strong their efforts are to silence and erase us, we will only shout louder. The Home Secretary warned that waving the Palestinian flag could become a criminal offence, seeking to silence and criminalise those of us wishing to show support for Palestinian rights at a time when it is needed the most. So as a response, today I have chosen to wear one.